All right, members of Congress today are holding a hearing on, quote, the oversight of the Trump administration's Iran policy, as the Trump administration pledged an additional 1,000 more troops to the Middle East, while the Pentagon continues to build its case against Iran. So to further discuss, we're being joined now by Dr. Timmon Wallis. He's the executive director at Nuclear Ban U.S. and author of the book, Disarming the Nuclear Argument, The Truth About Nuclear Weapons. Dr. Wallis, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Good to see you in person.
Yes.
So President Trump recently made the following statement. We want your reaction on the other side. Let's take a listen.
And I withdrew the United States from the disasters, just a disaster, the disastrous Iran nuclear deal.
All right, you just heard the president there at his campaign launch last night. All the other parties involved in the JCPOA, though, all these other states, they considered this to be a major milestone achievement for global peace and disarmament of nukes. Why does it seem like the U.S. is so intent on destroying this global achievement?
Well, it is a global achievement, and it's not the U.S., but certain people in the administration who are very determined to wreck it, and we're trying our best to. Well, I think we all know John Bolton has been opponent of that for a very long time, but you know we have to put some hope in the Congress to do something about this and to try to pull back from the brink of this disastrous policy to try to foment war with Iran.
Hoping that somebody will step in and slow down, curb people like Bolton and Pompeo.
Well, one of the things, I don't know if your listeners are aware that there's been an Authorization of Military Force Act, which was passed after 9/11.
Right, the AUMF.
And the AUMF, and that's been enforced, and that's allowed presidents to send troops and start conflict all across the world, in fact. And so there is a move now in Congress to repeal that and to take back control. I mean, the Congress is supposed to have the control over war-making powers. So there's several other bills at the moment to try to reduce tensions and to hold the president to the agreements that have been signed by the United States, including this one, the Iran deal, and we have to keep pushing on that.
Now, with his current surge of an additional 1,000 troops headed that way towards the Middle East, how do you see that complicating this denuclearization of the Middle East or of the world even?
Well, a Middle East nuclear-free zone was one of the ambitions of the Non-Proliferation Treaty for the last decade or more, and the entire world has been supportive of this, and it does complicate things. The main block there is Israel not being willing to even admit that they have nuclear weapons.
Imagine that.
But as I said, we're in day-to-day challenges with all this, but we have to take the longer term and look at the kind of world that we're trying to create and how we're going to move beyond this current administration and beyond these reckless policies that we have at the moment.
Now, you happen to be here in D.C. because your organization has introduced a bill to Congress called Nuclear Abolition and Economic Conversion, which you hope will increase cooperation on nuclear issues. What kind of results are you hoping to see from that?
Well, our contribution is a report which is coming out tomorrow called Warheads to Windmills, which is about taking the money and the resources and the goodwill that we need for international cooperation that's being squandered by nuclear weapons worldwide, but especially in the United States right now, and put that to where we really need to address the issues like climate change, which we all have to address. And so this bill that's been put in by Eleanor Holmes Norton from Washington, D.C., would call on the U.S. to sign the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons, which was agreed by 122 countries a couple of years ago, and would put that money, we've estimated well over $1 trillion is being planned for all these new modernization developments and so on. That money is needed for addressing the climate change. And the same with other countries like Russia and China. They also are being pressured into rebuilding and advancing their nuclear technologies to keep up with the United States. And and they need that money as well to address climate change. And we all need to be working more closely together in order to address these big issues.
Yeah, it's certainly a huge issue, so it's very nice to have you in person to explain this report that you have. So we wish you luck there. Dr. Timmon Wallis, thanks for being with us in person today.
Thank you very much.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.